Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to episode 10, double digits, of Knitting on the Fly. I'm Katie, your host for today and every day. Welcome to the show. If you haven't watched before, welcome. If you are returning to watch again and again, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. A couple things. Let's see. Well, jet setting. Since we talked last, I'm trying to think. I'm staring off into the middle distance, trying to find a memory. Sorry, it's from Night at the Museum, the second one. It's one of my favorite parts. Jet setting, no jet setting, flying, traveling this week, but there was a lot of road tripping. Before my work week, we went up to find someplace for my honey to live. His base is currently, his work base is currently about 3 hours from where we live. So we had to find him somewhere to stay during the week. And we drove up one day and did that, and then we moved him up on Sunday, and we found a nice little safe, quiet place for him to live. It's off the, out of town, fairly affordable considering it's his, obviously this is our primary home, so it's kind of a secondary place to live. So we did that, fairly uneventful. It's quite a drive, and it's not interstate 3 hours. It's, back roads, main 3 hours, so it's windy roads through every little village along the way. So it was quite interesting. I'd never been up, excuse me, as my eyes twitching. I'd never been up to that area, so it was very nice. And then this work week was extremely interesting as far as jet setting goes. We got a snowstorm April 1st. Mother Nature, April Fools. Not very happy about that, but it's not much we can do. Mother Nature wins. Something you learn in aviation very quickly is you don't fight with Mother Nature. Sorry, I can't get my hair to do something normal. Stay down. So Mother Nature always wins. Something you learn very early on. You don't like it, but there's not much you can do. So we had that snowstorm. Most of the snow is gone. There's actually currently not any even in my yard. The big snow piles in the parking lots are still there, but other than that, it's pretty well gone. Tuesday, we got awful weather in the Northeast. I know that the front was huge, and it affected pretty much the entire United States at one point or another. I know they got tornadoes down south, some straight line winds and hail in the mid-Atlantic. In the Northeast, we got pummeled. It was raining, and it was foggy in the morning. We barely got out of here, got to Boston. The airport closed. It was less than a quarter mile visibility, which we can't take off. The airport's considered closed. So I sat around for like 6 hours in Boston. The airport opened up, so we went and we loaded up the plane, and the weather went down again. About the same time, the cold front was passing through. Associated with cold fronts are usually pretty severe winds. So we had a couple airplanes that went through some pretty nasty stuff, and they said it was severe. We shouldn't be flying in this. So they grounded our fleet for a couple hours. We let the winds go through, took off. It was beautiful after it passed. And then I got delays back down to Boston, and there was still some nasty weather in Maine, so we ended up canceling. So all of Tuesday, all I did was one round trip, which was fantastic. Instead of flying 7 hours that day, I only flew 2.5, so it was great. I came home, fed my kitties, and then everybody at the airport was off work early, so, we went out to dinner. It was great. Sorry, my honey's coming home. He just sent me a text. Sorry. Let me reply very quickly. So that was really cool. It's fun to go, fun to see people, and I've been gone a lot the last year. I haven't been around. All my days off were spent traveling and spending time with my honey, so it's nice to lead a more sane, normal, less traveling life, which will probably take away some excitement for you guys. Let's see. Wednesday, they gave me a break. I spent a lot of time renewing my CFI, Certified Flight Instructor Certificate. And what else I do? Doing some car research. I found out on my vacation that, I don't know if I mentioned it last week, my head gasket's going out of my car. So that, therefore, is a $2,500 fix, and my car is 16 years old. It's not even worth that much. So currently on the hunt for a new vehicle. Not a new, I can't afford a new vehicle, but I need something new to me. Hopefully mid 2000s. Maybe newer, if I can find a good deal. So, anyway, I guess we'll see. That'll be what we do this weekend. But yeah, so it was a fun week. I drove down, picked up Jeremy. I mentioned that in the last one. He is actually just getting ready to come home for the weekend. He gets a long weekend, so that's very exciting. And yeah, so that's my jet setting for the week. Today was beautiful. Today and yesterday are the days that remind us aviators why we love flying, why we love our job. So it was a good end to the week. Had some crazy passengers this week, but that's pretty typical. We get those. So let's see. En route. So what's on my needles? The La Vie de Bois socks made, I think, four or five more rows of progress. It's slow, but I'll get them done. So there they are. Ooh. Are they pretty? Can you see them? It's such a great pattern. My, oh, and I just pulled it off the needles. Stand by. The pattern's so fantastic. It's well charted. It's easy to understand. And you can almost memorize the pattern. You can really start to see how the pattern develops. Oh, crap. Hold on. Figures I would do this while I'm recording, right? So I can't even cuss or swear at it. Alright, well, you know what? I'm just going to have to fix it in a minute. It has been saved, but it's barely hanging on. So that's on the needles. That's still making progress. My, oh, you know what? We're going to talk about these. In ground stop. We've got some naughty knitting this week. This was also naughty knitting, has been saved, so I'll talk about it now. My February lady sweater, which I finished the body on a while back. Sorry, it's not blocked, it's kind of clumpy. I've been fighting with the sleeve, and it's driving me crazy. I worked on it in the car the one day we drove up to look for housing, and then I realized I'd messed up the lace. So being the foolish knitter I am, I tried to drop down and fix it. Don't do it. Not with lace. Come on. Even I know this. And I'm like, oh, no, I can do it. No. It's lace. Granted, it's simple lace. It's knit two togethers and whatever, but just tink back. So when I realized I couldn't fix it, I tinked back, and then what happened? Guess what happened to these? You know what these are? Uh-oh. Knit picks needles. Do you know what happens with these sometimes? The joins come out. Guess what happened? Middle of my tinking, the join came apart. Therefore dropping more stitches. So while cussing and swearing, I saved them all, put it in timeout where it stayed. Heather, Botrus Babe, has been encouraging me / harassing me to finish this stupid thing. So today and yesterday, while I had all these breaks at work, or 2 days ago, and today, look at that! That's actually been sewn in, or weaved in. I just haven't clipped it off. I've got a sleeve. Yay! So one sleeve done, and then here's the other one. It's still in its pink Highland Handmaids separating yarn. So that's going well. Very excited about that. I might just get it done for summer. A wool sweater. But it's been a good experience. I really like it. And that's it for on the needles. The other thing I'll talk about, anything else that's ever been on the needles hasn't been worked on this week, so we'll just leave it. En route, landed. I showed you my sister's socks. Oh, I didn't tell you they're for my sister. The ampersand socks that I was working on are for my sister. She got them either yesterday or today. Posted a picture on Facebook. She was very, very excited. She still didn't tell me if they fit, but she posted a picture and was seemed pretty excited about them. So those were for my sister, and they were well received. So that's it for landed. Wow, why am I totally blanking? En route, landed. I don't remember what the other one is. I have nothing planned right now. I can't remember the name. Wow, totally blanking. It's been a long week, and I'm so excited because my honey's coming home. Woohoo! So, nothing there. We'll do ground stop. Alright, so I got this fantastic yarn from 3U's Twisted & Fiber. Self-striping. It's their, I can't remember what they call their self-striping, but it's their self-striping. It's purple, it's a purple stripe, an orange stripe, and a black stripe. And it's beautiful, it's nice. So, I tried it on. I tried 64 stitches. I'm just doing a self-striping. I'm just doing a vanilla sock. So my first vanilla, this is only my 4th pair of socks. So I'm trying a self-striping stockinette vanilla sock. So I asked on Plurk for a bunch of advice. And I got a ton. Lala from the Knit Girls, who's the sock machine, is, you know, she was helping me out and referring me to some Wendy Knits PDFs that help, like how many you cast on for the toe, and how many you know how many you increase out to, and I tried 64 on size 1s. They're Addies. I love the 2 circs. It looks like a hot mess, but it's 2 circs at a time. And I got to like the next purple black. I was like to the next orange stripe. So I was like most of the way up the foot. Huge. So I ripped it all the way back. Took it down to 60. Knit again all the way up to like here. Ripped it all back. Huge. So I'm at 56. If I get 2 more stripes in and they don't fit, it's going in timeout. So I've been extremely frustrated because I probably knit for 10 hours on these socks. And that's all I got. I love the yarn though. It's definitely not the yarn. It's just me. But I really like the fact that I can just knit and knit and knit and knit and knit, and I can read. I got books on my iPad, and I can sit and read. It's fantastic, but it's driving me crazy. So that's it. I didn't really have any holdups that's keeping me from knitting because I had a ton of time at work this week, so it was great. What's next? Spinning. Holding section is my spinning, which I'm still working on the spin along with the Knit Girls. The fibers I really like it. It's fantastic. It was dyed by Tempted. And this is what I've got done. Like my fantastic little toilet paper tube. So, oh no, this was a paper towel tube I'd cut in half. So it's blues, white, purple, little splash of pink. This is what's on the spindle. And this is what we got left of ball number 1. It's about a quarter the size it was. So I'm making some progress. I'm really, really liking that. So that is really fun, and it spins beautifully. So that's holding. Reservations. I got a lot of comments this week about my comment about you can't take your knitting back and forth internationally. He's driving. I'm just telling him I'm glad he's being so safe. Oh, I miss him when he's gone. I know he's only a couple hours away, but I still miss him. Sorry about that. I won't do that from now on. What was we talking about? Oh, I got a lot of comments about it. A lot of people have said that they've actually been able to take their knitting on the planes in and out of other countries, listed all over the world. So I guess I would just say be cautious. Like I said, I've never had problems. A lot of the nice people who posted didn't have problems. Some put their socks on holders and then put their, like if they were working with DPNs, they put their socks on, you know, like Knit Picks holders or something, and then took the needles and put them in like a pencil holder. So it just looked like the pencils, and they were managed to get through. I guess I would just say, you know, if you want to do something like that and be cautious, that's fine. Apparently Australia has changed their rules, and they allow it now, so I guess it doesn't matter. So just check with each country, or maybe the airline that you're flying on if it's not a stateside country. You know, like United, American, if you take them, they may not say that there's restrictions because, you know, they're an American-based company. So just do some research. Maybe have a backup or take needles that you don't mind losing just in case. It's not the knitting they care about, it's the needles. So, you know, just be cautious. Just plan ahead, do some research, or ask us. Maybe someone in our group has been to that country and they can tell you. So, that's all I have for reservations really this week. Oh, I did have 2 stash enhancements. I got from Highland Handmaids some more of her Tussa silk. I believe Leslie from the Knit Girls stole this from me. She thieved it. She just got to Etsy before I did. It's Tussa silk. It's 2 ounces. And it's hot pink and purple. And this actually happened on accident when she was dyeing it. I think it was supposed to be more of a maroony color. And the color split. And it came out purple and pink. So she's not sure if it was from the chemicals. Or if it was just the way the silk takes it. I don't know. But again, it's Highland Handmaids. Pitch Pine Top. I think it's called Ada. I can't remember what she's calling them, what she's using to name them. It's Nordic something. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. But this one's Ada. This is my second bit of this. And then the last thing I have is I did some sewing, which is difficult for me because I'm not a sewer. But Knitter Freak, a friend of mine from up here in Maine, made some bags. And from stalking those blogs and digging further, I found 2 different patterns. This is a box bag pattern. And it's kind of like this one, but it's bigger. It's actually huge, which is good because I think it'll hold a shawl. It's huge. It's airplanes. Yeah. I'm a big nerd. But yeah, so I put a little handle on it. And I got a little box bag. And it's got a nice little stripey inside. And this was my first attempt at having neat edges on the inside, so there's no raw edges. A little more complicated, but not too bad once I did it. The other thing I managed to find, which this is what I was really looking for, is a triangle bag. Oops, there goes my measuring tape. It's a triangle bag. That's all wacky. See? Little butterflies with a little handle. I've wanted one forever, but, and it's nothing compared to what Piddaloop does at her page. And unfortunately now with having a car coming up to buy my stash enhancement and my Piddaloop purchases, will have to wait. I have not yet bought from Piddaloop. I will at some point. But we'll get there. So yeah, anyway, that's what I got. I've got a thing of Womisa coming in the mail. And I've got... Ooh, quickly! I scored yarn from Twisted Limon. I caught her update last Saturday. And I can't remember what colorway it is. I think it's blue and... green and yellow, blue and yellow. I don't even remember. It's not here yet. And then I did buy some stitch markers from Bijin Designs. I think it's Bijin because I think she named it after her pets. Her pets' names are Bee and Jin. So I don't know if it's Begin or Bijin. I'm not sure. But I have some, she made me some custom markers. So those should be coming pretty soon. And that's all I got coming. So maybe next week they'll all be here. We'll see how Customs does with the international stuff. And that's it. So I hope you guys have a great week. All is awesome in Maine. It's supposed to be a great weather weekend up here. So if you're in the Northeast or wherever you are, I hope your weather's fantastic. I hope you have a great weekend. And I know it's not my normal day to record, but I got the time, so I'll do it. Have a great week. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next week.